In this tutorial, I want to talk about empathy versus compassion. You know, you may not have thought about it, but there's a difference. There's clearly a difference between being empathetic and being compassionate. So let me explain. To be empathetic is to feel bad, to feel sorry for somebody that might be going through a lot of trauma or suffering. But it stops at that. We feel bad. We can certainly pray for them, but it really is more of a matter of just feeling bad for somebody and empathizing with them. To be compassionate takes it one step further. To be compassionate is to be empathetic, but then to act on it. So not only do you feel bad, but you do something to maybe help take that little suffering away. I think it's important to know the difference. And I want to give you just a personal example. So for example, as a medical physician, I can be walking down the hall, looking into one of my patients' room and seeing, for example, that maybe they're thirsty, they want to get a glass of water, but they can't get up to get it for themselves. And I can empathize with them. I can understand that, you know what, that they're weak, maybe, that they're hungry or thirsty, and then I can just kind of walk on by. But to be compassionate would be to going into the room and actually getting a glass of water and giving it to my patient to drink, bringing the straw maybe up to the patient's mouth if they need help. That's an act of compassion. Do you see the difference? It's a matter of not only feeling sorry for them, but doing something that really does help them to feel better, if you will. And so prayer is an act of compassion. It's an active thing that we can do to help alleviate maybe the suffering of another. And so in this prayer motion program, keep in mind that we're actively participating in something. We're not just doing something just to exercise, or it's not just a show or a performance, but rather it's a prayer. It's an act of compassion, especially if we pray for someone, for someone's needs, for example. And so keep in mind in your day the difference between empathy and compassion. Let's all try to be more compassionate towards each other. And I think the world would be a much better place.